The extensive search for missing Caylee Anthony is not just being done on the ground here in Florida. Right now, anthropologists at a lab called the Body Farm are testing air samples taken from Caylee Anthony's car. You remember the all-important possible clue. Both detectives and Casey's mother noticed an odor of decomposition coming from the car. Now, the mother later said that it was stale pizza, but the question is, can the experts at the Body Farm prove if a dead body had been in that trunk? Joining us by phone is Dr. John Williams from Western Carolina University. And, sir, you're not actually working on these tests, but tell me, what do they do with the air samples they test? How do they do that?
Well, they have a device where they will draw air, probably into like a glass tube, and then they'll take it to the lab in Tennessee and extract the air, and they'll process it probably with a device called a gas chromatographer mass spectrometer, although it may be a different device, which will determine what molecules are actually present in the air that they extracted.
What is the level of certainty? Is this a well-accepted test? That's my second question.
Well, it's still a new technology in the sense that we're still understanding more and more about the decomposition process. But if they detect the molecules that they've already previously identified, then they should have a pretty good handle on whether, in fact, what they have detected is from decomposition.
Is there such a thing as a false positive? Could they get an air sample and get a positive hit, and it turn out that it was just wrong?
There could be some other molecules that could be similar. I'm thinking mostly in the case of what they're looking for. I can't imagine that they would find something that would, if they did detect it, that it would not be correct. But you never know what might be inside a car trunk that has nothing to do with decomposition.
Does it make a difference if the body were in the trunk 2 months before the actual testing of the air in the trunk? I suppose it depends how sealed the trunk was?
Yes, it does. It's unlike the laboratory where we can control, conditions and make sure that we're not losing anything. In the trunk, we don't know prior to the actual testing how many times was the trunk opened up, did someone clean it out, things like that. These molecules tend to hang around fairly well, especially in something that's as sealed as a trunk. So I would tend to feel that if there is an odor to be detected, even though it's been a couple of months now, that they're likely that they'll find it, yeah.
Dr. Williams, thank you very much. And we are, of course, waiting for the test results, and we are live in Florida. And we've just learned that just hours ago something very important is happening in this case. We're going to tell you what it is. That's coming up next. We're back live on the ground in Orlando, Florida, and we are just hours away from Caylee Anthony's next scheduled jailhouse visit. Caylee's last 3 visits with her family were all canceled by Caylee. And tomorrow at 9 a.m., the jailed mother is scheduled to have a visit with her parents, Cindy and George. And, of course, the big question, will this meeting be canceled, too? We're going to be watching very closely, and we'll let you know. Thank you for being with us tonight. We'll see you all again tomorrow. Go to GretaWire.com. Good night from Orlando.